No.
Are you sure?
No, that is not my son.
Okay.
Okay, so where the heck is Barry? I am very confused by this. I know about a week or so ago, somebody on Instagram was talking to me, chats, DMs. I forgot. We were communicating through Instagram. That much I do remember. But she was kind of, or was it on YouTube? I forgot. But we were kind of going back and forth because she kept saying that, oh, Barry was kidnapped. And it's like, yeah, he was. That was the Oval Season 2, though. In this case, the corpse is Barry because, you know, you had Kareem, who saw him first in his apartment, and then the cops found some belongings. And look, this isn't about me being wrong when it comes to me and that subscriber going back and forth, but it feels like a bit of an ass pull, because I know in one video I did recently I talked about how, well, Ruth, you know, they did the same thing where they got another cult member, killed her, and then like tattooed Barry's name on her chest to make her, you know, like, oh, if they saw the body, then they'd know it was, you know, Ruth or something. Barry identified the body, but then I think DNA or something proved that it wasn't Ruth or anything like that. It looks like the same thing was done here, but it just doesn't add up, because in the season 4 finale, when Nancy was being taken out of the house on a stretcher, a police officer stopped Richard before he can go to the hospital and said, look, we found a body at some construction site, and here are some belongings, and we just wanted to know, do they belong to your son? And I think Richard identified as like, yeah, that's my son's belongings. So now all of a sudden, those things don't belong to Barry. And I believe the police officer was saying how, well, the reason we traced it back to your son was because the body, or these belongings, or the body itself, they were traced back to a car that was registered in your son's name. This is just really confusing to me. And I don't believe this was a case in terms of Vaughn left the Oval because he was starring in the game, but then Paramount Plus canceled the game, so maybe Tyler fixed it where Vaughn can come back. I don't think that's what happened, because season 5 was filmed a long time ago, even prior to the game being canceled. So it just feels off to me that Barry would still be, quote unquote, alive. Does this mean he got re-abducted by the Rakadushi? Not to mention the Heist himself said, oh, we killed him. It just doesn't add up. And I feel like this is just extending the story for no really good reason at all. Because if I remember correctly, Barry went upstairs prior to Hunter showing up in the season 3 finale. And then I believe at the beginning of season 4, I think somebody called Barry or something, and he said he was going for a walk. If I remember correctly, he was upset because Kareem, Dale, and Alan were all staying at Richard and Nancy's house. Wait, I don't think Alan was there. I know it was Dale, Kareem, and Sharon. Then Nancy was there too. Richard was, I believe, off discovering that Jason was being hidden away by Sam. Yeah, and then Barry went upstairs. And then, yeah, Barry was just MIA for a while until the next morning. It's like he wasn't answering his phone. And I believe the Rakadushi... Folks, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if I'm messing up the facts, but that's what I can recall. The Rakadushi swooping in and taking him and then killing him. It just does not make sense at all. It does not. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, is this guy just a Rakadouchi stand-in? You know, basically a cult member that could have been a traitor or somebody that was being punished, or just a random Barry lookalike that was abducted and killed in order to make it seem like Barry was dead. It just feels really convoluted, but that's just me. Like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Barry will return? Where do you think Barry is now? I'm just lost. I really am. And it's kind of ironic because the dead body apparently had a lot of, injuries to the head, and now you have Kareem with some brain damage in the hospital. Yeah, that's all I got.